Alright, morning. Just coming to you from my storage room here. Doing a little shop series, looking at my shop, but I thought I'd go ahead and do a firearm series as well. Just looking at some of the choices I've made for firearms, in what I'm collecting and what I'm preparing for, my needs. So today I'm going to talk about my Mini-14. So first of all, let me just start off with a disclaimer for all the AR fanboys. I'm going to go into the reasons why I bought a Mini-14 versus an AR as my first choice in buying something with the 223 5.56 range of caliber before I went ahead and bought an AR. I have nothing against AR. I like ARs. I like the fact they're customizable, that they come in a wide range of price points, and that you can doll them up and stick about anything on them you want. Sometime in the future, I do plan on buying an AR. For myself, I bought an AR style rifle for my wife, simply because of all the factors. That it is easy to use, that it will accept larger capacity magazines, so that she has a wide availability of ammunition ranges as far as what she can put down range when she needs to do it. Plus, she just really enjoys shooting that style of rifle. So anyway, just looking at my my Mini-14. For any safety Nazis out there, I have already cleared the weapon. Okay, and it is sitting here bolt open. Now it's been cleared. Alright, Mini-14, 1974, Sturm Ruger came out with this. Mini-14, just to harken back to the M14 design, which of course harken back to the Garand style of bolt. So the mechanism on it is really hardy. It's time proven, and it's just, I want to say, bulletproof. Some of the reasons I bought this. One, it takes 223 and 5.56. I bought the ranch rifle, so it'll actually accept both of those rounds. If at some point you decide this is a rifle you'd like to get, you need to be aware that because the Mini-14 does come in a couple of different variations, they've got a couple of different design differences as far as what caliber it'll take. This ranch rifle will take 223 and 5.56. It says it's chambered for both. One design that's out there that you'll probably see a lot is the Mini-14 Target. It is usually you'll see it with a laminated stock with a thumb hole, and then you'll have a heavy barrel out on the end. That right there will only take 223. Okay, that's all it's chambered for. Also realize that there are some countries where Ruger is able to sell the Mini-14, but those countries won't allow rifles that take any kind of military round. So they're marked only for 223. One of those like being Mexico. So if you buy something that was sold in another country initially, make sure you check that, especially if you're wanting one that is marked for both the 223 and the 5.56. There is just a slight difference between the two, but I don't have to worry about that with the ranch rifle. Okay. Another reason I went with the ranch rifle is the price point is a little less expensive. I think I paid about $6.50 for this, and I did buy it at Walmart, believe it or not. You can find them there, and I was able to find it and get a good deal on it. So of course that was pre-Sandy Hook, before everybody started making a run on anything that fires 223 5.56. So right now you're probably going to be hard pressed to find one at that price point, unless you just know somebody that wants to get rid of theirs. So, but when everything dies back down, hopefully you'll be able to find one for that kind of price point again. Nevertheless, you're going to find one at a price point a whole lot less than what your ARs are right now. So if you're needing something for a WROL situation, and you want something that fires this round, then I would suggest looking one up, because you're going to find this cheaper than you will the ARs, just because the AR is in a lot of demand. Okay. Now another reason I went with the ranch rifle version of this, not just the price point and more availability of it, is because it doesn't have tactical attached to it. There is a Mini-14 tactical. It comes with the synthetic stock and a suppressor on the barrel, and a few other little cosmetic changes. Okay, I can go and buy an aftermarket stock. ATI makes a really good one. This got the M4 style collapsible stock with the pistol grip. Okay, if that's what I want to do, I can go pay about 120 bucks, depending on where you buy it at. There are some places I've seen it a little cheaper, and some places a little more expensive, but that's your average. I can go out and buy that. And this thing, all I got to do is break it down, pull out the trigger assembly, pull out the the upper assembly. All this lifts out of the hardwood stock, and I can drop it straight into the ATI stock. Okay, and the ATI stock, like I said, M4 collapsible stock, pistol grip, and it's also got a 4-rail system out here over the top of your barrel out here, so you can mount all your accessories like you would on an AR. So you still got that functionality. Okay. Also, looking at the ranch rifle, is that your gun grabbers, we all know that most of them, the ones that are most ardent about grabbing guns, know the least about them. When you look back at the '94 ban, everything was based on cosmetic differences, and they're still looking at some of the laws regarding guns that are out on the floor and up for grabs, and what Feinstein and all those guys are pushing. It's still pretty much cosmetic differences. This rifle does not look like a black rifle, even though it is based on time-proven military battle rifle designs. It doesn't look like that, and it's marketed as a ranch rifle. Okay, it even comes with the 5-round magazine. Okay, so got a 5-round magazine, which is well below most proposed bills out there that are banning magazines. So anytime they're gonna look up what this rifle has, it fits into all those bans. Okay, so until they start actually banning semi-automatic rifles, like I think what they're doing, what they've tried to propose in Illinois, it hasn't passed yet. But until that point, this rifle is going to fly under the radar, but it's still going to provide me the functionality of a good military style rifle. And then I can buy the aftermarket magazines. Like I have this 20-round right here, okay, that's made by Ruger. Right now they're hard to come by, and at this point in time, I'm only buying the ones that are actually manufactured by Ruger, just because I know they'll work, I know they'll fit, and I've had zero problems with feed on these large capacity magazines like this. Right? So as I find more, I'll buy more. Now, if you guys want to make any comments and for anything that maybe you've used that are aftermarket parts that are made by another manufacturer, I think PMag makes some. Anyway, yeah, let me know. I don't know that I really want to spend the money on something aftermarket that's not going to work real well, mainly because I'd like to spend my money for other things, like ammunition as I find it, that I would just go ahead and continue the hunt for the hard-to-find Ruger magazines and pay a little bit more for those because I know they're reliable. Okay. Alright, so going back to Mini-14, like I said, another reason I got it was the fact that it is pretty much bulletproof. I can put any .223 ammunition in here, 5.56, and it will chew it up. I've pushed dirty steel case stuff through here, and it didn't even balk at it. Okay, so I know that if all I can get is cheap stuff, cheap Russian steel cased even, I know it's going to feed through here, and I know I'm good to go with it. Whereas your ARs, and somebody may make a comment and to make the exception to this rule, but your ARs, usually you've got to push through brass, and that's going to cost a little more. So if I don't have premium ammunition to push through this, I'm going to be good to go. Okay, I don't have to worry about coming up with something that's a little more expensive, a little more hard to find. Anyway, so those are the main reasons why I bought the Mini-14 instead of an AR initially. Now, if you are in the market for this, just keep in mind there are some differences over the years since these things came out in the 70s. They made a vast number of improvements. Your early models coming out, all this up here was wood. It got hot. Your barrel was thin, so when it got hot, you started losing accuracy. And that's another thing that AR fanboys will poo-poo about this, is they'll say, my AR is a lot more accurate. With the modern ones, I can get a sub 2 MOA out of a good grouping of this, and at that point, that's really all I need for this rifle. Okay, I'm not using it as a sniper rifle trying to hit something out at 500 yards. Within 300 yards, I'm good. Okay. Other things you need to watch out for are, some of them do not have a good magazine release. There is actually a small, not magazine release, a bolt release. Okay, so the modern, the ones that are made within the last 5-6 years have a bolt release on there that's pretty handy. Some other changes are the sights. You've always had the standard front iron sights, but the old ones had a folding sight. This one right here actually has the military style round sight on the back, so I really like that. Reminds me of shooting a Grand. I've also the new ones, the upper receiver here comes set up already for a scope, so I can set a scope up there, and I don't have to add any extra equipment to that. So anyway, that is why I went with the Mini-14. It gives you maybe something to think about if you're looking for a good entry-level military-style rifle, or if you're looking for something that's going to give you the functionality that you're going to need out of a military-style rifle, and you live in one of those areas that are coming down hard on this type of weapon, or if you're going to be in an area that is coming down on this type of weapon. This is something that is really good for getting under all that. It's not something that the gun grabbers are going to be looking for initially. So, like I said, that's my 2 cents worth. Hopefully this information has been helpful to you in your search for your next gun, especially something that's going to help you through a WROL situation. All right. Please comment, give me some feedback, questions, or even inputs. Like I said, I am no super expert at firearms, but I know enough to get me through. So anyway, hope you've enjoyed it. My next firearm video, I'm probably going to go ahead and review the 1911 that I've purchased. Nice little gun by Citadel Arms. So be looking for that in my next firearm series. Later.